Hey guys, this is Isaac. I'm uploading a video right now, and I needed something to do, so I decided to record a little bit of a commentary. I don't really have anything to talk about. The gameplay that I'm going to put this over is really boring. I just camp in a few different spots, and I think I go like 11-1 or something. I'm running in a squad with some WZP members, and we just demolish them, of course. So, oh yeah, I do get a nice shotgun streak in here somewhere. I forget exactly how it happens, but anyway, the gameplay is just the backdrop. Primarily, I wanted to talk about, I know I haven't been uploading videos. I already knew that I wouldn't be uploading any over Thanksgiving break, but when I came back, I expected to throw down some commentary on footage like this that I've had recorded for a while. But I actually developed a canker sore in my mouth. I don't know if you guys know what canker sores are. It's not the strain of herpes that builds up in your mouth, despite what a lot of people may tell you. Science doesn't actually know what causes canker sores. I think that with me, it's probably the two likely causes are lack of sleep and stress, because those are two of the causes that people typically say they're associated with. But anyway, I still have it to some degree. You can probably tell that I'm slurring my words a little bit more than I typically do. But at least now I can talk. For about a week there, I was literally not able to speak without being in a lot of pain. Eating was very difficult, so I didn't really do any commentating. Now I'm back. And I did think that if I had to talk about something, one cool thing to talk about would be to talk about all the different media that I've been experiencing recently. Because I don't know about you guys. I actually don't know much about you guys, and that's something you could comment if you want to. I don't really know what demographic I'm talking to here. I'm just going to make the sort of wild assumption that just because of the nature of this channel, everyone in my audience is in between the ages of, say, 13 and 22. Somewhere in there. Maybe one girl, although I doubt it, so pretty much exclusively male, for all intents and purposes. And also probably a little bit on the higher end of both the intelligence and the maturity scale. And I don't really... I think that this is going to be pretty accurate. I'm not 100% sure what I'm making these assumptions based on, primarily just because it's a gaming channel, and because it's the particular kind of gaming channel that it is. But that's a demographic that I fall within. So, a lot of the stuff that I like, you guys may also like. I'm going to start with the movies, because I'm going to talk about movies and books, and a lot of people don't like reading, a lot of gamers don't like reading, so if you do get to that point and the gameplay's boring, then you can just leave. But I saw some really cool movies recently, and wanted to share those with you. First off is The Man Who Wasn't There. The Man Who Wasn't There is a sort of modern film noir. It's directed by the Coen brothers. It's got Billy Bob Thornton as the lead. And I'm a big fan of noir. I like hopelessness and moral ambiguity and stuff like that. And honestly, The Man Who Wasn't There is the best I've seen it done. I mean, you can say that a lot of the old classics, like The Maltese Falcon or Double Indemnity or stuff like that, would be a better representation of the genre. But if you're looking for a very true, very gritty story, Man Who Wasn't There is a good one. And what else? The new Harry Potter, I'm sure everyone's already seen, but it was actually interesting. It kind of impressed me with how well they've transitioned from like the sort of happiness that was in the first movie to whatever you want to call it, this one. I was honestly a little underwhelmed with the pacing. Pacing's something very important to me, so whenever I'm doing any of my writing, or whenever I'm reading or watching a movie. I wasn't really impressed with the pacing, but the actors and actresses, considering that they were all picked as like 11-year-old children, are actually pretty good, so I was impressed with that. A good movie to go out and see with friends. Oh yeah, and also, I was really skeptical of this when my friend first mentioned it, but Metropolis is a really old movie. And it's in... oh god, it's in German. I think it's in German. It's in a foreign language, and I really want to say German. Yeah, it's German. It's in German, but with subtitles it's okay. I mean, it's silent, so as long as you have the English interpolation screens. I don't remember what they're technically called. As long as you have English screens, then the restored version of Metropolis is actually a really good movie. And now moving on to literature, some of the things I've been reading recently that are really cool, and some older stuff. First off, if you're into like the sci-fi fantasy thing, which is a lot of what I read, then Octavia Butler is definitely amazing. She wrote, I guess if I had to recommend just one of her things, I would recommend the Seed to Harvest cycle. Even if you're just going to read one book of it, you can read all 4 of the books individually and they still make sense. And she really is a master of her craft. A little mature, so you might want to stay away from those if you're looking for like a happier book or a little bit younger. Also, Orson Scott Card, been reading a lot more Card recently. I mean, there's Ender's Game, which is pretty widely known, and then the even much better but less accredited sequel, Speaker for the Dead. And that whole cycle is pretty good. John Krakauer, stuff like Into Thin Air, Into the Wild, those were both very impressive to me. And I really like climbing. I'm not like a professional climber like I think he was, but as somewhat of a mountaineer, I really enjoyed Into Thin Air. Oh geez, gonna exceed my time, like usual. Alright, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and cut the video off here. I had some other stuff to talk about, but that's fine. I'll just upload some other video later. I have another Bad Company gameplay recorded that's much more interesting than this one. Would you guys prefer I talk about some other random topic while that's playing, or that I actually talk about the strategy and the gameplay and stuff like that? And that you can also comment about that as it applies to all future Swedish Game Pros video. So thanks for watching, leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed it, and hope to see you next time.